Welcome to the Health Solutions for the Wired Life radio show, a radio show dedicated to empowering all computer users to get a solution to the health problems inherent in today's wired life. This is the number one health issue for the 21st century. My name is Adetutu Ijoshi. I'm talking to you from the Vauxhall area of Union Township in New Jersey, here in the United States. I'm a coach, author, consultant, and speaker on health solutions for the wired life. I help people to understand the wired life, what goes on in their bodies when they're using computers, and all computerized devices such as cell phones, iPads, iPhones, and so on. You never thought those were computers, right? But they actually are. There is a programming change today. Normally this show takes place at 6 p.m. on Fridays, but today and only today, there is a programming change. I had to change the time today, and so you're hearing this at 8 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. But next week it will revert back to 6 p.m. Like I said last week, it will always be 6 p.m. on Friday unless there are programming changes, which is what happened today. I had to do something else, and so I had to delay. I was delayed for 2 hours. I'm sorry. Okay. So next week, come back again at 6 o'clock and forgive me. We'll be continuing where we left off last Friday. If you have not been listening to the broadcasts, I urge you to go back and listen to prior episodes after this one so you can fill in the gaps, okay? I will first like to remind us of some foundational facts which I will keep on repeating each broadcast to help keep us focused, okay? First off, all of us work for a living, either for others or in our business, and our intention is to do so to live. However, because of the ignorance about the wired life we are all living, its effect on human health, and the preventative and management measures that must be in place to minimize it, many of us are actually really working for a living to die, or at best live damaged lives, which is a great pity. Secondly, the adage knowledge is power is passed truest in the issue of health solutions for the wired life. You must, however, first obtain the knowledge to access its power. Thirdly, computers are here to stay. We have so become dependent on them that humans will continue to use computers until our maker rescues us from what we have unleashed upon ourselves. Fourth, the computer is a dangerous tool like a knife. And just as we have to learn to use the knife in such a way that we are in the driver's seat all the time, so we must do with the computer. As losing control to the knife is suicide, so is losing control to the computer. The fact that we have globally, collectively decided that the best way to build a global economy is by destroying nature and trying to fix it, a feat we have no ability to do, is actually evident of the fact that we have a global mental problem. Consequently, on these shows, I will be giving the audience an understanding of various aspects of the wired life and the health consequences, as well as the solutions provided for us in nature by Maker. Last week, we talked about the connection between computer use and the inherent biochemical depletions arising from it, combined with access to guns. This is a combustible combination which has implications for all computer users. Okay, everyone is at risk whether they have been diagnosed with mental problems or not, as mental issues are an inherent consequence of computer use. Everyone is affected to varying degrees because of the inherent depletions in biochemicals and nutrients due to the artificial nature of computer light. The answer is, however, not medication, which is why the medical profession is unable to properly diagnose, understand, or treat the issue. This is why this radio show is in existence, and why I have written 15 books so far to bring awareness to people. This week, we will digress from this to learn about the contribution of computer use to the weight gain and obesity dilemma that many people face. This seems to be a topic weighing heavily on many people's minds, and so we take time to learn some introductory fact about this topic in the next 2 weeks. Okay. In today's world, you know what? I have noticed that in today's world, discussion about the subject of obesity goes on. I mean, it's in every time we talk about it, everyone is talking about it. And the First Lady is doing quite a lot to try and help our children with regards to that. But there is a noticeable silence when the contribution of computer use. No, there is a noticeable silence about the contribution of computer use to this health problem. Nobody seems to be, connecting the dots in any way. This could be because people do not associate computer use with weight gain, though we all know it is a low body part exercising activity. Most parts of the body are static when using computers. Only the fingers and arms move. As most of us spend so much in front of computers, it means we're hardly moving, which is a recipe for weight gain. In addition, we know weight gain occurs as a result of stress. Computer use is highly stressful for the body, using up our stress handling capabilities, resulting in a shortfall. In addition, the stress is not the kind our bodies are coded to produce or deal with. So a lot of resources is expended in trying to handle what the body, is not designed to handle. This is where we will stop today. What I've said now has a lot of implications for all of us. Not just for obesity, but for every area of our lives. Next week, we will conclude this analysis and explore the implications for both children and adults. So please be sure to tune in. Okay? Our broadcasts are always short. We just learn some tips, and the reason why I make it short is so that we will not get overwhelmed. This is an area where most of us hardly know anything about. So every week I will give us a nugget, a tip or two, and so that we can chew on that, learn about that, and then the next time we'll learn something else. That way it is more helpful for us. Okay, this is where we're going to stop. As I said, next week we continue and we'll conclude and learn the implication for both children and adults. So please, as I said, be sure to tune in. I cannot overemphasize the need to go back and listen to prior episodes. Even if you have been around every week, we humans need to hear things many times before they become sufficiently coded into the database of our hearts for us to take action concerning it. To get more understanding of these issues, please get a hold of my books, starting with the first one, Lessons I Learned the Hard Way. Okay, like I said, there are 15 of them, and they're all available at Amazon.com in print and in ebook format for most ebook readers, including iPad, Kindle, Kobo, Sony, and so on. Okay. I wish to apologize about my website, www.foodsthathealdaily.com. It suffered some technical problems a few days ago and is now temporarily disabled for repair. We're working to get it back up as soon as possible. Okay. The name, the title of the website is a combination of 4 words. The word foods, Foods, that THAT, heal, HEAL, daily, DAILY. So that is FOODS, THAT, HEAL, DAILY.com. There you can find more information. You can also direct people there, as well as purchase my books through the book gallery on that site. Also, please visit my blog and leave your comments and sign up for the newsletter. Remember to go through the various articles. I've actually written quite a number of them over time. Okay, I'm hoping that in the next few days the site will be back up. We're going to try our best to have it up by Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Okay. I have a second website currently in the repair mode, www.computeragehealthrisk.com, and which I will inform all of us on this show about when it becomes available. Meanwhile, go to www.foodsthathealdaily.com for all your information. Come by again next week if it's Friday at 6 p.m. It is time to learn more about the wired life. Remember that we're going back to 6 p.m. So if it is Friday at 6 p.m., it is time to learn more about the wired life and how you can protect yourself. Contact me by email at adetutuijose@gmail.com. That is my first and last name at gmail.com. adetutuijose@gmail.com. Or you can use computerblessings@gmail.com if you prefer. See you again next week. Meanwhile, share the broadcast with all that you know in every way you can. Share the YouTube video link, let it go viral, and let the media begin to talk about this issue. And let there be a national and global conversation which saves lives, which saves many lives, including yours. Thank you for listening, and I would say good night.